Hello and welcome back to Rule the Waves 2. We are playing the German Empire in the 1900s start, and I think this should be the fourth episode, and we are still at war with France. The war so far is going well. We have vast naval superiority, though it is because we built the legacy fleet manually. So this will even out pretty soon, especially if we regard the budgets, with the Britons obviously having a far higher budget and even the French investing more in their fleet. Anyways, so far it's going fine, and let's just continue then, I guess. Let's check. We're building cruisers. We have a huge surplus, but I don't think we would need anything right now. Let's see, we can build destroyers with 600 tons. That might be worth considering, but I don't think we need it urgently right now. Frauenlob intercepts French radar. Let's see. Okay, Frauenlob has escaped. That's fine with me. I think we should look for peace rather soon, because the tensions with Britain are a little too high for my taste. And the last thing we want to do is have the Brits join the war, because then all the victory points are reset to the last setting, and we will face a stronger enemy, especially with the British budget being so strong. That really should be avoided if at all possible. But maybe this is the battle where I can finally... Oops. I guess we are at night. Yes, we are. Oh god. So let's order the flotillas attack, which basically means send the light troops in and go for torpedo attacks. The intention there is the distances are so small that they actually have a chance of surprising someone. We will continue a little further. I don't think those are light cruisers. Those look rather like destroyers to me. And change course. It's highly risky, and I expect to be torpedoed once or twice. But maybe I'm able to... I mean, in this early phase, torpedoes aren't that strong yet. So you usually have a decent chance of getting away. That is not looking nice. And where the hell is this one going? God damn it. And there it is. Torpedo hit on the vert. Yeah, I should have turned away when I see this amount of destroyers charging me, and I actually am going to order them all to turn away. There is no point. Okay, this one is supposed to go, let's say, 6 knots and just retreat northwest, and hopefully this will mean that it'll survive. Okay, what are the other battleships doing? They are catching up. Problem is, so far I've only seen destroyers. I mean, I sunk one and I haven't lost a ship yet, even though the word is taken out of the battle, and that is quite a lot of flooding. I'm not sure whether it'll survive. And there come more. What? Are those the big ships? Heavy protected cruiser. Well, those are big enough to be worth shooting at. So let's hope we can do some damage here. Why are suddenly protected cruisers coming from the north? Complete chaos, which is to some degree obviously once more realistic in this time frame where I think radio existed, but the transmission quality was negligible. Night vision goggles were non-existent, or at least when you regard the enhancement quality of goggles, of any optical devices to increase the visibility at night were negligible. So at night that would be a complete chaos. And to be honest, the way we maneuver around here, I guess in reality it's lucky that there hasn't been a collision yet, which by the way can happen. That is also simulated, not only collisions with enemies but also among your own ships. Okay, so this doesn't look like I'm going to gain any ground here. Maybe let's just turn away again. Question is, what are we going to do with the word? I mean, if I send him alone, away alone, he can very easily. I can be unlucky enough that the word gets spotted, and then sunk by a superior force. So I guess I'm actually going to... How is the state? So the flooding stopped. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to pick her up and then reduce the overall speed while I retire. There it is. So let's go down to 6 knots. I mean, I could look... How long till... Oh, it's getting dark in some time already. Not sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can do much in this war anyways. So that doesn't seem to be that big of a problem if I'm not crushing his fleet right away. I don't have any chance for an invasion of one of his lands. So I'm fine with basically a draw. Okay, but there are some of his ships. So we immediately detach the Wörth again and have her... No, you don't go 11 knots. Take 4 knots and take her north. And they go full speed and charge the opponent, because now we have some distance. Now we have some visibility, which means the enemy destroyers can't charge us that easily anymore. So now we can actively look for a fight. Okay, smoke is going that way. You don't want to go with the smoke or against the smoke, so basically with the wind or against the wind completely, because that will reduce in... that will result in reduced efficiency, artillery efficiency. I think both in, let's check here. I think it's in rate of fire. Yeah, smoke interference minus 120. So that is a lot. And probably in hit chance as well. No? Yeah, here it is. And here, by the way, we see small salvo. So that's the disadvantage of only shooting with one turret right now. The smaller the salvo, the less likely you are to hit. So a ship with a lot of guns and a lot of turrets gets an advantage in this way. Hey, Ilo. So we are going to charge after them. I guess they are far faster. But maybe I'm going to find his battleships this way. Let's see. Wörth is not flooding, so we can send her back to in the direction of Emden. Because I also hope there won't be any of his ships up there to intercept it. she has taken a torpedo very early in the night battles. So we need to keep her afloat. And we can see occasionally hits, not too many though. Okay, he's turning in. Fortunately, they are significantly faster, but as we see, for an armored cruiser, a really laughable design. I mean, they have 8 7-inch guns, which is a lot, but only 2-inch belt armor. My protected cruisers are several times as strong. By the way, that's a good point. I could use them to hunt him down. So let's take over manual control, go full speed, have them charge south. And one of his destroyers, basically apparently a victim of the night battles, he's still afloat. So I should turn away a little, not that I am torpedoed by him. He should probably not have torpedoes anymore, but rather than take the risk, and he's sunk. Perfect. Okay. So there come the cruisers. Vert is still marching east. Let's check her speed, because unfortunately the game loves to increase the speed of some units, and then suddenly you'll have it sunk because the bulkheads are bursting thanks to the high speed, and the water pressure has pushed water into the ship through the damaged hull, and we obviously want to avoid that. Okay. Should probably, where could his battleships be? Let's turn a little south to allow all turrets to shoot, and at the same time head towards the likely position of his battleships, because I think they should be retreating towards Dunkirk. Okay, we can speed up a little. Okay, they open fire again, and one of them is slowing down. Perfect. So we were able to damage one, or maybe he has had an RNG event that something was damaged because of the high speed they were running all the time, that boilers have failed, anything like that can be the result. But with him slowing down, we should be able to overpower him pretty soon. What is it looks like he's burning. No, it isn't. Okay, but only 15 knots. Can you guys see him? I don't even hear shoot. Yeah, there. Okay, he's getting shot. Let's see if 9-inch hits, 7-inch hits. Already getting too fast. I don't really want to. Well, Hansa can take care of him. Hansa is, yeah, undamaged. Okay. Red is still going forward. What was that? Signals misunderstood. That is a nice thing too, especially in earlier phases of the game. This happens quite often, that a squadron misunderstands your signals, which basically means it does something which it was not supposed to do. Either change course or not change course, and then the steering is blocked for you for a minute, for a while at least, which is supposed to simulate the realistic events. I mean, this happened in naval battles all the time, that a part of the fleet mistook either an order, misunderstood an order, or like a ship that that fell out of line because it was damaged was interpreted as the general order to change course and so on and so forth. So in this regard it's pretty nice. The question is he in torpedo range? No, he isn't. Okay. Are they? They shouldn't be either. Not yet, at least. Okay, I need to make sure. The automatically steered, I think, have somewhat... Now we need to be careful. When the AI takes control, I think there is somewhat protection against torpedoes in a way that it maneuvers to be less likely hit. But if you have manual control like I have here, they will just go in a straight line. And even though torpedoes aren't as frightening yet as they are later in the game, they can still sink your ship. Okay, ammo is going low. But it looks like this one is slowing down. Perfect. What happened to the other one? Okay, that one is still afloat and Hertha is still racing somewhere. So let's have the Hertha charge it. Now we need to make sure he's kept spotted. Let's check on the vert. 4 knots, perfect. Is he dead in the water? Almost. Okay. So this Jean bar should be done with. I don't think it's moving anymore. Yeah, okay. And it's burning, so not just an engine failure, but a general result of the damage we pumped into him. Okay, let's see. They are turning towards the battleships again. They should... I want to keep that one under fire. Looks like the rudder is damaged. It seems to be circling. That is also a good sign. They are out of torpedo range. Why is he falling out? I guess that is for some reason the speed went and broke down to 13. Huh. Seems like he has taken some damage as well, so let's order him to just follow those. If he's getting close enough, they'll reunite into one unit. And he's charging away. Okay, let's check on the status of them. Damage is acceptable. I mean, he has taken flooding, so some hits below the waterline probably. And forward ammo, every armor-piercing ammo seems to be used for now. And the stokers are exhausted, so the maximum speed is now down to 17 knots from originally 21. That is why it makes sense to use cruise speed for as long as possible. And that is, by the way, a good point. We should order them, the Hansa, to go in cruise speed to save exhaustion, to save the stokers from being too exhausted. What, B hit? Which B? Ah, that one was misunderstood as a battleship, okay. I mean, he could take him out now. Still running around in circles, still not having sunk him. Okay, now he seems to be stationary. Yeah. Okay. Let's launch a torpedo on him. Maybe we hit him just to make sure. See how slow the torpedo is in this phase. And we hit him. Perfect. Now he's definitely a goner. Okay, let's have them follow the cruiser. Division 14. Those are my protected cruisers here. And by the way, here we can see the difference in my design philosophy. So the Jean Bart class, 5.5 inch belt. No, that's another one. Okay, Brie class, 4 7-inch, 10 6-inch, and 5.5 inch belt. And I have here 4 9-inch, 8 7-inch, and 8-inch belt. So it's vastly superior. That is why I can be very confident in going into the battles, as long as I don't get torpedoed. I mean, you can always be unlucky and they can always have a lucky hit, and you can catch fire and the fire gets out of control. Things like that can always happen. But in general, it's the likelihood of you winning is significantly higher if your individual ships are better, which is, I mean, which is basically self-explanatory, I guess. Okay, but with the battleships now having caught up, I think we should be able to take those two out. I mean, they are in between both of our fleets now. Oh, they have been unspotted. Okay. It's heavy rain, so the visibility, as we can see down in the right side, the visibility is down to only 5,600 yards now. That's why they get unspotted. Okay, let's turn out, because they are basically entering torpedo range already. But we see a lot of hits on them. Maybe that's enough to make sure that they won't cause any more problems. Too bad we haven't found the battleships yet, though. Okay, that one might launch a torpedo now, so we need to turn sharply in, I guess. Too bad. But I've maneuvered wrongly, so we see they have split up now. And the sandwich that worked pretty well for a long time is no longer working now. And the Brie class is in torpedo range, so I need to turn the battleships away. But they should hopefully finally be able to take him out. Okay, now he's turning away. I mean, he's getting hit, but still being able to run. And we see no hits, no hits, no hits. Even though I have all those battleships, they still don't manage to kill him yet. Okay, let's turn out here. Yeah, this was because I was too lazy and didn't go turn by turn. First Bismarck is hit by a torpedo and is sinking. God damn it. That was completely unnecessary. And suddenly those two protected cruisers, which should have been gone and should have been a disastrous defeat for him, suddenly managed to take out one of my extremely expensive protected cruisers, because the other point of me designing them basically as battleships is obviously that they are extremely expensive. If you took one of those here, take one of those with just 12,500 tons, and I think mine have 16,000, that's at least 20% cheaper. So yeah, not a good outcome for me here. But as I said, completely my fault. But I hate this, when these drawn out battles, when one of them just runs and you basically have the choice to give up just to save time, or to do what I'm doing right now, to click and hope. And I mean, he gets spotted occasionally, and then he gets unspotted again. So what you need to hope for is for one lucky hit before your ammo runs out. And that one lucky hit, that slows him down enough so all of your fleet can catch up and shoot him with a broadside. That's basically the only chance you have. I mean, you see they are so close. That's how close. 1.4 nautical miles. What is it? Let's say 2.3 kilometers. So roughly 2,300 yards. Or at least close to that. And he still is able to continue despite all my battleships behind that. Because they don't shoot for whatever reason that is programmed into the game. I don't know, probably because there are other ships in front of them and the angle isn't really enough, or I don't know. I mean, I guess they'll have a reason for this, but it doesn't change that it's annoying for me. But I can see we are now finally hitting one of them, so I hope that one will be taken out soon. So Prinz Heinrich is now out of main ammo completely. Only secondaries can shoot, but I think they are without ammo supply. The ammo supply of the secondaries isn't simulated. So in that regard, with their strong secondary armament, they are actually still probably more powerful than many of the French ships that I'm facing. But nevertheless, yeah, and this is something where I took a huge risk again, but it's just annoying in this phase to mop it up, which doesn't even work, and it already cost me a protected cruiser. Well, I'm about to give up, because on the other hand, if they run against land, then it's obviously much different, because then they can't just continue fleeing, but are slowed down, and in that phase I might actually be able to finally finish them off. Okay, Hansa still has enough ammo. Well, not that much, but she has some. So let's have her charge up here to cut them off. Now, can you guys please take those two out? I mean, shooting at those angles is extremely unlikely to hit them. And here I might be torpedoed by that one, but now I might try. That might actually work with a lot of luck. He's 500 yards away. Maybe I'm hitting him. Nope, apparently not. And my battleships are going somewhere else. Well, let's take... I can't take manual control. Not sure why. But it almost looks like they're getting away again. Okay, there's one here and I can't take control either. So yeah. Where's the fire going? Okay. Does she? No, I think I used that torpedo on this side, right? Yeah. Now he's slowing down. Okay. Can we finally finish that one? Still goes strong though. Now he stopped. Wow, we were actually able to take him out. Okay. Good, now let's look for the other one. I have no idea why I can't take control of this one. I have too little understanding, still far too little understanding of the engine. It's still moving though, okay. Need to go back there then at some point. By the way, what happened to the Word? And it's already getting dark again, so that battle lasts for more than a whole day already. Yep, that's the twilight. Now he's coming close. Can we please finally sink him? Come on, he's so close. I guess you guys are keen to eat another torpedo instead of sinking him, right? Has he at least stopped? He has, okay. So I guess that one is at least a goner. Okay. So we lost one protected cruiser. They lost 4 and 3 destroyers. That's actually okay, even though mine are pretty expensive. So where have his battleships fled? They aren't even in the battle anymore, so I guess they went into port in time. Can't even see where they are now. Okay. Still a huge surplus, but I don't see much of a point in building something new when I expect enemy radar sunk. Perfect. When I expect new technology to arrive soon. But this is really concerning here. I need to make peace as soon as possible. Enemy coastal raid. So we got 3 battleships, okay. So those little dots are minefields. If he, by some luck on my side, drives into one of those, he's very likely to lose a ship or 2. And unfortunately the same counts for me. So when I'm close to his borders, his territory, it is quite likely to run into one of those little dots as well, which you obviously don't see when they're the enemies. And when you run in, it usually costs your ship. So why does it slow down? It usually slows down when it's pretty close, when action is pretty close. And once more, we have somebody shooting at a merchantman, but I don't know where and which. So I guess I'll just cruise forward here a little. Where was that one? Okay, so they are at Helgoland and I'm already west of Emden, and I guess as soon as I've come back they have gone elsewhere again. That's always how this works, or very often. Yeah, so his fleet is south of Helgoland and going east. Can't do much than close in and hope for more sighting reports. But yeah, that's not that much I can do. Still around here. And you can't accelerate when there's some battle somewhere, you can't go faster than fast, which means again that I have to be rather patient. Now I'm able to go faster because they have been unspotted lately. So where are they now? No idea. Probably up here then. Okay, no, they're close to Wilhelmshaven. Okay, at least not that far away. So let's go full speed. No point in saving the Stokers when I can't close in and charge the enemy. Okay, we are getting closer now. Yeah. No, you guys are not supposed to go into harbor. Unfortunately, no multiplayer. The engine for the battles is taken from Steam and Iron, I think. That is a standalone naval battle simulator where I think it's basically aiming for the end of the 19th and early 20th century, so Battle of Tsushima and things like that. That might have a multiplayer, but I highly doubt it. I have not really any clue about programming languages, but this should be based on Java. And regarding how simple much of it is programmed, I doubt that it allows for multiplayer. And we found them. That is at least 3 battleships and 2 protected cruisers, and I only have 3 battleships. Okay, let's begin the party. Okay, we are going against the wind. They have to turn south, so I can benefit from the smoke, hopefully. Let's turn out. They are already turning to maintain fire. So far, not much hit. Let's check. 11-inch, that is a lot of armor. 12 inches bigger than everything I have. 11 inches bigger than mine. I think mine have 10 or 9.5. 10. Yeah. Soufra. 10 for 13-inch. They should be very bad quality guns in this early phase, but still, in theory, they are significantly superior. I just hope that my advanced gunnery training I ordered is making a difference, because I don't think I can take them on here. We see that. It's a lot of them. They have protected cruisers and I have no idea where mine went. There they are. Okay. Let's order them to follow in line with the battleships, but that'll take at least an hour until they've reached them. And we see here Schwaben is already taking damage. Her front turret is out of action right now, but at least not destroyed. So in a few minutes it should be able to fire again. Now it's back in action, as we can see down here. Need to keep the distance. I really don't want to go into torpedo exchange. But I could actually order my light forces to go in. It's daylight, so the chances of them being successful is significantly lower. But in the end, that's what I have my destroyers for. And what is going on here? Was there some message that Word has received, misunderstood some orders or whatever? I can't do anything. I can't order this guy, and he's charging right into them. Well, he makes them run, at least for now. So let's hope he doesn't eat a torpedo. Or she, it's a female. It's a ship after all. Okay. Yeah, just the regular error messages, because I don't know why. Come on. Because they've recombined, and for whatever reason the programming doesn't just ignore the fact that I clicked on a unit that was just recombined. No, it has to do not just one error message, but I don't know, 50? Oh well. But I'm complaining all the time, for good reason, but I guess the main reason, as I said in the last video, the main reason I'm complaining so much is because I really like that game so much, so I care about it, and everything that isn't perfection draws my attention much more than when in a game I would play for a short time and then just stop playing. Okay, I mean the damage is bad. Schwaben is on fire. That is not good. But this one seems to be slower. Need to be careful of that light cruiser there. Be nice if we had a chance to shoot a torpedo, but I don't really see an opportunity so far without charging right into them, but well, this might be an option. Unfortunately, you can't lead for yourself, so if I'm shooting a torpedo now, it'll expect the ship to go exactly forward, but I see him turning all the time. So I know that shooting a torpedo, even if it would allow me to do so, would be useless. But that one seems about to sink. So let's try whether he can shoot some torpedoes before he goes down. Nope. Friendly ships in line. I've no idea where here is supposed to be a friendly ship. But that's another miracle of the game. Another mystery of the game, that's what I meant. Okay, this one is circling. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Came too close. Okay. I could try to torpedo with Word. I don't think I have any chance of hitting that guy because he's going in circles. But rather than not even trying, but he's going in circles. That's just a waste. Yep, I would have shot right to his side. Now Schwaben might have a chance because he's so close that even with him turning, I might still hit him. Nope. Damn it. That is dangerous. But apparently he didn't shoot torpedoes. I'm always saying masculine. It's a she, obviously. But we can't take out the Suffren. Can Word torpedo now? It's again highly unlikely to hit. But rather than not even trying, I would like to take my chances, and finally we have a result. Okay. And as it was already damaged, that should mean that we will be able to take him out. Hopefully. Even though he seems to continue without, while completely ignoring the torpedo hit. Let's try another time. I think that would miss. It's too sharp an angle. Now seems like a better chance. Even though the Weissenburg is probably highly in danger of eating a torpedo herself. Let's try this. Nope, another hit. Good. Will this finally be enough? Yes, it is. Good. Okay. Then let's charge the rest. And now the destroyers go in and waste their torpedoes on the wreck, as they usually like to do. Okay, I'm in torpedo range of all of them. I better turn away. Okay, is there something here? What is this up here? Destroyers once more. Okay, we don't want to get too close to them. But here are more battleships, so let's go down here. Another option would be to break it off now, because with one of their battleships sunk, it's already a decent result. And this is a lot of torpedo power that can threaten me. But we need to end the war as fast as possible before the British join in. So I need to do as much as I can, to do as much damage as I can, and then take the chance to end the war when the next event for that comes. Always keeping the finger on the space bar to halt the game as soon as they turn around. And there we have it. One of them ran into one of my minefields. Perfect. That should usually... Yeah, he's slowing down drastically. Actually close by. Too bad. He seems to be fleeing from my battleships. But unfortunately he didn't... Oh, okay, never mind. He runs through the next minefield. Okay, now we don't need to take care of him anymore. Now he's definitely gone. Still too close to the Linois. But yeah, now we should be out of range. That inner circle we have here is the torpedo range of my battleships, because they have submerged torpedo tubes. And as the game is just starting, it's basically, that means that is the current torpedo range, because the French won't have several technologies more than I do. And rather than hunting the others, I just kill off that Linois light cruiser and let it be done with that. That's 2 light cruisers sunk and a battleship sunk, and I think that is a decent result in the end. Okay, let's change course a lot, so it's not that easy for him to torpedo me. Okay, perfect. Now back to port, boys. Yeah, so in the end that's another one battle. I have no idea how many transport ships he was able to sink. As that was a coastal raid, he will have had the mission to destroy... he had the mission to destroy 2 ships, and that he did. 2 transports and 2 of my destroyers, easily done, but luckily, thanks to the battleship and the 2 light cruisers, it's still considered to be a major victory. Good, so more victory points for me. Battle of Borkum Reef. Okay. Okay, and on that note, we are going to stop this here. We'll see in the next episode whether I'm able or not to end the war before war breaks out with Great Britain as well. Because right now we are pretty fine, almost 3 times as much victory points, so that should be fine in winning the war here, but we'll have to see. If you enjoyed it, please consider following and subscribing, and thanks for watching. See you next time.